Yo, this is it. I'm Mr. Fade, and you're listening to Attack of the Beats on IllMuzik.com. I mean, you don't really need to say .com anymore, right? I mean, not really, but in this day and age, you don't really need it. You know, you just type in IllMuzik, and boom, there you go. But I guess it sounds cooler when you say .com and all that stuff. So, but anyway, here I am once again, another 5 beats, another 5 reviews, and I checked out the beats. You know, I always check out the beats beforehand, and just to make sure the files were okay. You know, like I just do a quick check and all that stuff. So, I mean, for people that don't know, I just review the beats, you know, as I listen to them, right? So, like, I don't listen to them ahead of time and form an opinion. So, you know, I just I don't do it anonymously, but at the same time, I just still, you know, I listen to the beat, then I review it. That's it. So, yeah, for those that don't know. But anyway, so that's how we do it, and we'll get started right away. First up, we've got Andy with Drippin'. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Andy with Drippin'. All right, so for this one, yeah, that's a nice beat, man. I like that. That was some really good stuff, man. It's funny because you got the low end. It's nice. It fills out the low end. It's good. You know, like it's nothing overwhelming. It's not all bassy. You know, not too heavy. So I didn't have a problem with that at all. The kick was very nice. The snare, though, it was good. I just think it could have had more of a smack to it. Well, not so much of a smack, but yeah, I mean, a little bit of a smack to it. But I just felt it was kind of like that snare just sounds like it's holding back somewhat or whatever to go with the rest of the beat. But I do like the synth work. It's good. Nice synth strings and all that. And when you had the other synth string come in to the left and over to the right, that was nice. But I only liked the last note that you play, because you build it up. It's like you had like 3 or 4 notes, I think, that you played. It was only that last one I liked the sound of that note. The other 3 were okay, whatever, 2, 3. But it was that last one. I just felt that was just the perfect key, the perfect note that you're in for that moment. You know what I mean? So maybe play with that a bit. I don't know. Try to do something with that, because it did sound nice. That last note like, I think it was the third or fourth or whatever. But yeah, that was really nice. I really like that stuff. So when you played it again later, you just played around with it, and it sounded good. But then again, you hit that note, and I was like, that's the one. That sounds really, really good. And then you got that high pitched one. That high-pitched squeal one, that was nice too, a nice little addition. But it's a nice beat overall though, because I think it's just, it'd be perfect for a rapper. You put some rapper on this, it's a very chill beat, it's laid back. You can cruise to this, just chill to this, whatever. So, but yeah, just, little adjustments like that. Like I said, the snare, maybe have a little more of a smack, and then just maybe play with that. I would definitely play with that one note. It just sounded really nice to me. It sounded like you were in the perfect key for that. So, but it's a dope beat, man. I like it. Good job. All right, so next up we got that Curry Swag with, I don't know what this is supposed to be, R1 jab. All right, let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was that Curry Swag with R1 Jab. I still don't know what that is, but anyway, I like this beat. It's good. It's a nice, has a nice thump to it. It's funky. It's head nodding, and I like that you followed the kick with the for the bass. Okay, because that's what I recommend a lot of times to people. Like if you're having trouble with your bass line, start off with following the kick. Just hit the bass note on the kick and just take it from there. So that's what you did. It was good. Although halfway through, the bass got a lot deeper, and that was okay, but you just gotta be careful of that because it depends on the beat. Like the other day I was making one, and I did that. I was trying to use the bass in the normal range I use, but then it just wasn't working. So I went a little deeper. I went down a couple notes, and it actually worked out really well. So in your case, though, it's good. It's just that I'm just some advice to just be careful with the low end stuff because it's like borderline rattling here and stuff. So I'm just trying to think about somebody who's cruising around to this, right? He's going to shake their windows or whatever, or shake the windows of somebody next to them or whatever. But but it's nice. And the piano's what does it, man. The piano's really nice. It's a nice addition to this. I'm glad they used it as the main instrument really in the beat. The only thing I didn't really like was the little vocal snippet used halfway through. It's good, like it sounds good. I just think that the way it's played is a little bit annoying. You know what I mean? I guess it's the sound of her voice or whatever. So, so maybe just use it like as just a little quick note, little vocal snippet here and there, a little quick one. And if you want to add something else to the beat, like another instrument or something, you can add some strings. I was gonna say guitar, but that's like in the same range of piano, really. If you add the guitar, so I would say some strings, something very subtle in the background, and a little vocal snippet, but not play like the way you did it. You just played it all the way through. So I wouldn't do that because it's just kind of annoying and stuff. But it was nice though how like the sound of that snippet. Shouldn't be repeated like that. Just play it like that. So, but no, overall it's a nice beat. I really like it, and the main thing is because it's head nodding. It's got a nice thump to it. So. That's some good shit. All right, so next up we got Casey with Rebirth. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Keezy with Rebirth. All right, so for this one, I gotta say, man, right away, when the beat first drops, when that kick first comes in, man, you gotta watch the low end. That was all distorted. I could hear it. It was right in the red right away. My LEDs and stuff. But it's just it's a nice beat, and besides the low end thing, I think the thing is that it's just the sounds you're using. So I don't know what you're using. These stock sounds from a keyboard, or is this some kind of plug-in that you're using or whatever? And it's one of those beats, I've heard this type of thing many times where it's a well done beat, okay? It's the sound, the sounds that you're using, because your kick, well, a little heavy, but the drum work's really good. I really like the drums, okay? So you did a good job on that. But it's the other instruments. So you got this rock guitar, electric guitar, whatever, that you're trying to play, but I can tell it's from a keyboard, right? The way you're playing it and the sound of it. So I always recommend, just try to get something that sounds a little more authentic. So there's plenty of VSTs out there. I mean, if you want to keep what you have, that's fine. What I tend to do in cases like that is I don't make that sound as my main, like as my lead. Okay, so any of those sounds, like let's say I have a keyboard with cheesy sounds on it and I want to use that no matter what, I'll use them, but I'll use them subtly throughout the beat. So I just, very subtle. It'll just be, even if it's like a main instrument, I'll just put it low in the mix so you don't really hear it too well. Okay, but even then, when I do that, I'll add some kind of effect to it. So it could be a delay, or it could be saturation, whatever. Or even just compression or whatever, just something so that doesn't sound so obvious what I'm using. You know what I mean? So for example, like if you pass like some kind of filter on it, like a low pass or whatever, and that'll give it a more muffled sound. So because the sounds that you're using, it sounds to me like you just didn't really add something to it, like no effects. So it's just like dry, straight out of your keyboard, let's say. So it's okay. It's just that I would just add something to it, just so that it just kind of masks the way it really sounds. You know what I mean? So just play with that a bit, because the thing is that the whole beat is really good. The production's really good. So it's just the sounds. You just got to replace those sounds with something that just sounds better. You know what I mean? So, like I said, if you really want to keep whatever sounds you have, that's fine. But you just have to, add some type of effect to it to just kind of mask what it really is, and then maybe add something on top that's gonna mask it even more. Some other type of lead that sounds a little more real, like a real instrument and stuff. So, so give that a shot, because it's a really good beat. So just try doing that. Just try playing with it a bit, and you'll be good to go. All right. So next up, we've got Lionel Suave with Prime. Check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Lionel Suave with Prime. So for this one, the drums are on point. Really like the drums. That's some dope shit. This beat does sound familiar, though. It sounds, I don't know if you had entered it in a contest before or something, but it did sound familiar, or maybe you just did something that sounded like this. But yeah, the drums are on point. I like that little wobble thing you did, like a little stutter. That's really good. The problem I have is the low end. And I think this was something on a while ago. I'm not sure if it was you or someone else, but it was it was just very deep, the low end, like very heavy, I should say. So, because I'm watching my meter as I'm listening to this, and it's like really in the red here. So, I understand a lot of people mix like that today and stuff, but you just got to keep that under control. So, because there was a point where I did hear a bit of distortion. So just, keep the low end in check, and it's a shame because it's a really good beat. I like the way you put everything together. Like I said, that little stutter effect was cool. And then you have the keys that you're playing, the piano, whatever. I mean, that's a nice little addition. I would like to have heard, more of the beat, because the beat's only, let's see, how long was it? It's only 56 seconds, right? So I wanted to hear 2 minutes of this so I could just judge a little more. But from what I heard, it does sound nice. I just think that the low end has to be kept under control. And you do have the piano there, so that's why if you had like 2 minutes to play with instead of 56 seconds, you could add some other type of instrument or just change it up here a little more. You know what I mean? So, but it's a nice beat. Like I wanted to hear more. So maybe next time just make sure it's 2 minutes, whatever beat it is, and yeah. But check that low end, man. You gotta keep that in check. All right. So next up is the last beat. It's YJP7933. Is that? I don't know if that's the way it is, or if that's the actual word I'm supposed to read here. I don't know. With Trap Smooth. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was YJP7933 with Trap Smooth. So if that's an actual word, I don't know. I mean, you got to tell me, because I don't know. Sometimes like somebody will put like 3 instead of 2 E's, let's say. So I'm not supposed to know these things. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So this beat, man, it's a good beat, and I'll tell you why, man. It's just on its own. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's boring. It's just that on its own, it just needs more life to it. Okay, it needs a little bit more spice to it. I think if you left the beat sounding like this, the way it is, it'd be perfect for a rapper. Okay, put some vocals on it, and you're good to go. And because, I mean, look, I've heard so many mainstream beats where on their own they just sound kind of boring, right? No life, whatever. But with the vocals, you got yourself a winner here. So in your case, same thing. Now, the thing is, I think all you need to do is just tighten everything up, because I'm listening to it, I'm thinking maybe you can add this or that, but I don't think you really need to add any instruments to it, no sounds or whatever. Just keep everything as is. It just needs to be tightened. So we're talking like not just with the mix, but just as you're recording something like this, just try to tighten it up. But let's say, okay, your beat's done, you go to the mix, so just tighten it up a bit, because you have the low end's a little heavy. But I did like with the snare you went back and forth between an actual snare to a finger snap, so that was good. And I just think, it just needs some tightening somewhat, because even like halfway through you had that little effect there where it just swirls up, right? And like that, it was like it just abruptly popped into the beat. You know what I mean? Like you could have transitioned into that a little better. It just all of a sudden, you have this beat all of a sudden just like that, and it's like They just came out of nowhere, you know. So, and plus it was pretty loud compared to the rest of the beat. So, just little things like that just need to be tightened up. And I think also on listening to it, and then like the snare, when you brought in the snare, especially towards the end, I can hear it sounding like it just felt like it was louder than everything else, you know, that it should be, you know, louder than all the other drums. So, yeah, just tighten everything up. I think that's all you need to do, because the beat itself, it's dope. I like it. It just needs some tightening. That's it, man. Just some tightening, just some spice. And yeah, if people tell you it's boring, man, tell them no, man, it's not. It's just a nice beat, and you just need some vocals on top, and you're good to go. That's it. All right, so yeah, that's it. That's the last beat. All right, so that's it from me. I'm Mr. Fade. This is Attack of the Beats. Keep sending the beats in. I'll keep reviewing them. And make sure you leave some feedback on not just me recording the show, but also on the beats that you hear in the show. And tell us what you think about the beats. So, yeah, without further ado, my favorite beat. The winner is, drum roll please, Andy with Drippin'. Let's check it out.